Now, 2.3 has some pretty nasty characters that you could pull for, but since her polychromes are valuable, here's a little guide on who you should maybe pull for. Now, every account is different and you might need a character that others might not need. But one of the characters that I think is a must pull for most people is Lucia. Mostly because Lucia is our first Rupture support who is able to increase her allies' maximum HP and also increase their damage. And if you're not familiar with Rupture agents, they convert a percentage of their attack into sheer force, which is attack that ignores defense based on their maximum HP. So she is going to be your go-to support if you're like me and have Yi Zhuan, or you're going to build a main DPS Kamano, or you're going to pull for Yidhari. She also does need a stupid amount of HP to fully maximize her buff, so also saving a little extra for her engine is probably wise, because it gives her a significant amount of HP percentage, and also increases her allies' damage and max HP even more. Now, Vivian is probably one of the best secondary anomaly DPS in the game, who is able to provide extra damage and anomaly application without even being on the field with her Ablooms. Now, even though she is very valuable, we do have a lot of viable replacements for her, hence why I have her below Lucia. So if you do not care about any of the new characters and want a really good anomaly unit, then I think Vivian is going to be a pretty solid pickup. But I know you're going to pull her because she's getting a swimsuit skin. It's okay, you don't need to lie to me. Now, I was debating whether I should put Jufufu or Vivian in second and third, but I decided to put Jufufu lower because her replacements are actually pretty solid characters. But Jufufu is a really great stun character who is able to also increase crit damage. So if you need a stunner for your Rupture or attack agent, Jufufu would be a great helper, especially if you have Yi Zhuan, who is her best partner. She is also mostly an off-field agent, so if you like to just hit a button and switch to your DPS, then Jufufu might be the character you would like. So Jufufu and Vivian might just be interchangeable in these rankings, depending if you're building an attack or Rupture team, or you're trying to build an anomaly team. Now, Yidhari might be at the bottom of my list, but that does not make her weak at all. The only reason is that we already have some pretty good ice DPS, but Yidhari is our second limited S-rank Rupture agent, who deals a lot of her damage from her charged basic attack. The more you charge up the attack, the more damage it deals, but at the expense of her health. Also, when she is doing this attack, her little tentacles block the damage, which I actually think is pretty cool. And maybe I would benefit from some tentacles. And also, the lower her HP, the more damage she does. But even though she consumes a lot of her HP, she does also have attacks that restore her HP, and also releasing her charged basic attack and special attack at the right moment parries an incoming attack. So a lot of her gameplay is managing her health so you could consume some to deal more damage, but also not trying to kill her in the process. Even